Hello, I'm Charlotte Sripithmo. We start. In northern China, where the death toll from heavy rains and flooding has risen to 20. Authorities that say 19 people. Also missing in Beijing, and hereby AS rescue efforts continue while Storm Dotsuri hit the country on Friday, bringing almost a month's rainfall. Deliver food and supplies to rail. Passengers who've been stranded by theft floodwaters forecasters have warned of the potential for more flash flooding and landslides in the coming days. But our China correspondent Stephen McDonald said this update from Beijing will several good bits of news. First, stop certainly where we are at. Stopped for the moment, and the hope is that it might ease right off now of course it depends what happens after that other typhoon hits in the coming 24 hours. It may be though that the typhoon doesn't strike Zhejiang where it was initially expected to. 2R here, and the other of course great bit of news is that 14 of the 27 people missing have been found, and that's really fantastic. So, you'd hope that more people will be out there to be found, and that the death toll isn't going to go up after these flash floods so suddenly struck Beijing, washing. Yes, well, many people have been moved. I think we're over 100,000 people now have been moved to safety. Some have been placed in stadiums and actually in some of the covert centers that were being used to house people during that crisis. They're being used to house people who've been For example, though, there is one town in Herb though, which had been cut off. Now problem there is that what they've done is to try to divert some of this water to take the pressure off Beijing, but of course it's gotta go somewhere, and it's gone to other places now, which means that some allowing for the emergency attempts to really get a handle on the situation. And what we're also seeing though is in some parts, as the waters sort of recede a bit, how the calamity caused by that flash flooding, crushed up cars found in trees, and this type of thing, it was so sudden. And Beijing, the south of China, gets hit by big typhoons several times a year, and the authorities there are more accustomed to it, so they're able to move people around quickly when they need to. People who live there are also used to it. Now Beijing has seen this type of thing, but not with them. Same of them, you can understand why people they're not used to it, they're not accustomed to this type of thing. Officials here did warn residents to stay indoors in Beijing. They told employers not to make their staff go to work, and yet it has still been deadly in the city. You've got